Buddy, welcome to Ben's Brick Designs. It is Thursday evening, 5:30. We're doing it a little early tonight so I can get some dinner and do some other stuff. Beth is not working, so I wanted to kind of get this in before dinner time. I hope you're all doing well. Things are crazy all over, and I hope that you can take a second to watch what's going on in the news.
Hi, everybody. Welcome.
Give us a little bit of viewership over here and drink some beers and get some delivery and takeout. And I hope everybody's feeling okay. I hope your new paradigm in society is working out for you. I know that this is day 4 of me working from home, and it's been kind of stressful. One of my coworkers is several of my coworkers are working very hard to make sure that everybody can connect to their work environment and get the tools they need to do their job. So it's kind of stressful, but I think we're handling it all pretty well. The upper echelon of our company has said that they're very impressed with everything that we've been doing, so that's really good. Let's just hope it works out in the long run. I don't want to focus too much on what's going on, but I mean, I've heard news that like Texas schools are officially now closed until April 4th. There's New York legislation or a bill put forward that would postpone or put a freeze on mortgages for 3 months, for 90 days. So, I mean, does that impact everybody's rent and, things like that? So it's rough out there, man. I hope everybody's all right. I don't have a good live concert to listen to tonight, but we're going to just listen to some pretzel, get some weird kind of trance, techno, chiptune, lo-fi, whatever comes across. We'll just listen to that. I'm going to finish off my Flying Man honey wheat. This is the last of it. And then if I get through it, we're going to got some Shiner Prickly Pear. It's my standard, my go-to, my favorite. Just going to do some more designing tonight, but I thought I'd show you guys this. I'm slowly sorting through my big bucket of sort stuff so I can go through and start ordering for more builds. I almost bought a set today while I was at the grocery store, and believe me, I got through the grocery store looking for just actual regular stuff, and the line was about 30 minutes to get in, and they're only letting 10 people in at a time, and then as people come out, they'll let more people in, trying to space people out and make sure there's not a rush on stuff. There wasn't any toilet paper or water, which we didn't need any anyway. I was just there to get like vegetables and meat for the week kind of stuff. But while I was there, it's a pretty large grocery chain, and they have, a little section of Lego usually, and I kind of wait for them to go on sale, and they never do. KingMayor101, how's it going over on Twitch? Thanks for stopping by, saying hello. So anyway, instead of getting that set tonight, I'm going to try to order some more Bricklink sets, or Bricklink pieces for more builds. This was the end of the Lucre Hulk Microfighter, and the addition, I took some advice from some folks and put on smaller ships on the bottom. So on one side, we've got a Munificent class frigate, nano scale, I would guess. And then the other side is a Providence class. So, I mean, that's the best I could do at that size, and then fit them underneath the Lucre Hulk. Honestly, I think that's about the right size for those ships anyway, with the Lucre Hulk. So it turned out pretty well. So again, I've got these 3 going on. I got this and Solo Speeder, the M68, M86, and the Razor Crest. So I think I'm gonna do the Republic Y-wing next, and I was thinking about putting that over the top of a what looks like a Venator, because they pop out of the center hole of the Venator. So anyway, that aside, we can go to what we're working on tonight, which is a Umbaran hover tank. Now, Umbara is a planet cloaked in night. You see it in the Clone Wars, and there was at least 2 or 3 episodes where they fought on Umbara. And the fighters are really weird looking, and I've got a fighter already done, and they've got the big worm tank things that run around and cause problems, and they've got these hover tanks, which I thought was pretty cool design. So I'm going to work on that tonight. Now I do have an Umbaran fighter already, so I'm going to look at that just for the figure, because they've got kind of these face masks that I can't really get just right in studio, but they do have a couple sets with this, so you can get an Umbaran minifigure. So if we take a look at, this is the, no, that's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. So this is the Umbaran Starfighter, and I think I was able to put a mask on it, which is, I might pull down that, actually, let me see if I put it in. Maybe I did pull it down, so let's pull this down and take a look at it. And we'll open it up in studio and just take a look, and we'll yank that figure out, because that's the same pilot that's going to be in the hover tank. It's not anything different. So if the figure's in there, yeah. So I was able to put a little weird helmet on it. I don't think it comes in that color, but I mean, it says it does. You just need a different head, because whatever. Anyway, we'll just pull this guy out. And go from there. I'm actually kind of wanting to put this one together because... What's up, Aaron? How's it going, man? Because this has got a bit of twists and bends in it to make this weird shape that the Umbaran Starfighter is in. I don't know if it would hold together, but it'd be interesting to see. So I might try to... And I've got a lot of tan. Might try to see if I can get that... built. Alright, cool. So, I'm going to get rid of that. Don't save. So now we don't have to spend time building around the figure. The figure's already done. Look at that. Which is good, because this is going to be a bit of a weird build anyway. I can't really tell, but I think this is mostly... The Umbaran technology has a lot of like clear bubble shaped stuff, so other cockpits are basically these big fish bowls, and their controls are all kind of holographic controls or light paneled controls. So I'm guessing the tank is... This is one of the better pictures I have. I didn't have time to go through today and look at a Clone Wars episode and get a screen capture of one of these close up. So we're just going to work from this. And there aren't that many images online either, and what are... Oddly, what's out there are some Lego builds, so... Alright, let's just do this. So, right off the bat, we can see we're going to have to figure out something... I'm going to have to figure out something with the cockpit being a little larger. Let me see if I can do this. Doesn't do that? Okay. I'm on a Mac. I keep forgetting I can't just like zoom in with holding the control button down. Alright. And there's not really any pieces here, anything that screams any obvious... You know, this is a good size for... I guess we could do that. We could base it off just some dimensions of other parts. And of course, when I say 2x2 round tile, the first thing that pops up are a bunch of squares. So this looks like it would be something like this, or this. Yeah, that's actually better. What is that color comes that? Dark bluish gray. Perfect. All right, so there's our side. So we'll just base it off the sides there. And probably about yay far apart. We don't want to get it too big, because again, it's still a Microfighter, so we can't make it too big. Maniac for Bricks, is that Joey? I got a bunch of parts together from Mark building. What are you going to build, brother? Something cool? These look like I could probably just get away with doing. That may be a little big, but we're going to make these kind of the same thing on top and bottom, and then we'll figure out how to attach them. I don't know, that may be a bit big, but we'll see. We'll raise that up. Nope. Building a miniature of an adventure set. You're building a miniature of 5956. I'm going to look that up real quick. Oh, a blimp. You're going to do a mini blimp? So like this big? Because that set looks like it's about yay big if it's minifig size. That looks fun, man. There's a guy, and I wish I remember his name, Terry Acuna, I think. He's done a... Hi, Feather. Hi, Pauline. How's it going? Paula. I'm going to do a thing where I can watch on Facebook so I can wave at people, because I think that's neat to wave at people. So hang on real quick. How are you, Paula? I hope things are well. Yeah, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to mute it, so no one can hear me. Yeah, so hopefully I can wave at people. I think that'll be fun. Building, okay, so anyway, going back to this. That needs to move over, how's that? Raise these guys up a little bit. All right. And done. Thanks for joining me. No, I'm just kidding. I mended pockets today. It's terrible. I also made a gift for you and Beth. Hooray, gifts. I love it. That's not terrible. Yes. That's super nice. That's super friendly. All right, so let's see, round plates. Let's see if there's anything slightly bigger. Is that too big? That may be too big. See, it's funny because there's this white stuff here, and I think that's just like the natural science, the natural magic / science stuff that the Umbarans kind of have control over. It's not really. It's like I don't know what to compare it to, but when you see it in the show, these things just start glowing, and all of a sudden it just shoots out. How's James doing? How's Chip doing? How's your crew doing? I wonder if, and I covered it in COVID-19. Don't tell Beth that. She's having such a hard time with stuff right now. Or do tell her. I don't know. I don't know how you guys roll. Oh, are you? I don't know. I'm sure she licked it. Well, it's Paula. Of course she licked it. Oh, Bethany's here. Hi, Bethany. Hi. I'm having fun designing Lego stuff because there's nothing else to do. You know what? Let's make these because this has got a kind of a blue in it. Dark blue? Yes. And I can cover the top with Can these be dark gray? Yes, they can. Are you not going to clip onto that? I don't understand the... What the F? So now you have somebody to talk to, Beth.
I'm not watching anymore.
Oh, you aren't? Now you're probably just texting with Paula.
No, but I should.
You should. She's still in here. She's sad that you left. She's wondering why you left her.
Okay, I'm back.
No, it's fine. These come in this color. Yes. Oh, do they come in that color? Does that look dumb? Can't tell. I don't like the overhang. Hmm.
Alexa, cancel.
Yeah, maybe not those. This guy is probably going to end up having to be moved up, sitting a little higher. Yeah, probably right about there. And it's probably going to need to be centered. So, is that centered? Yeah. Pew 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 pew. Yes, ma'am.
Someone's asking for distilled water in our neighborhood page. We should give them the distilled water we have.
Yeah, we don't use the distilled water. They actually need distilled water or drinking water.
Distilled for...
Is it like the Buy Nothing group?
No, it was on our neighborhood page.
Yeah, just tell them that we've got 2 jugs of it if they want it. Neighbors coming together doing neighborly things, because this is the end of the world and we know it. And some of us don't feel fine. Maybe a little bit of a cheat, but let's see if this works. Get away with doing.
I don't mean to disrupt your thing, but I can't make this.
I don't mean to disrupt your thing, but I'm going to disrupt your thing.
I can't reach the bottled water.
Oh no. Well, what's going to happen? All right. Well, you know what you got to do then. You got to come over here and be entertaining.
Oh, but I look terrible. I'll just grab it later.
Beth, I'll come get it. Everybody, hang on for 2 seconds. Oh, but I look terrible. Soft and dusty. They've been in there for a while. Done and done. You're welcome. Okay, I'm back. Everybody miss me? Some of you? Everything is burning. Yeah, pretty much. That reminds me of a game. Those are still not being held together. I just realized that. Oh, no, they are. Right? Yeah. There's a game. It's an old video game called Homeworld. It's easily one of my most favorite games in the entire world. And at one point, the computer voice says, "Carrick is burning," in this like almost dispassionate sort of monotone, and it's just like it's super creepy. Because they had come back, they'd went on this group of explorers had taken their big ship and gone on a test run to hyperspace. When they came back, somebody had invaded their world and bombed the crap out of it. So when they came back, they were like, "Oh my god, our world is burning." It was really sad. And then they played Samuel Barber, and everything got kind of weird. So this is our world now. Everything's closed. I don't have any idea what the back of this looks like. Yeah, see, so this is all the images. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 before you get to a Lego set. And the Lego set is like somebody's designing mecha bricks. So, I mean, there's not a lot. And that's from a game. There's not a whole lot on that back end there. What's up, Claire? How's it going? Just looks like more of this rotator bit. I might actually do something like this. Make them smaller than that. That's a 2x1 modified, yeah, something like this. It's too big there. Move this forward a little bit. Nope, too much. Leave a little room back here. Nah. That's not terrible. Where else are you streaming? I'm also streaming on YouTube and Mix and Twitch simultaneously. I have a bot that should, in theory, show all the chats in one location, but if I type it in here, it probably will show up in my restream bots, but all your chats don't, and I don't understand why. So, I wish I should be able to put it up like on the screen. Like I should be able to add a thing in here, but I don't want to like mess with it too much. Anyway. The last time I did that, it looked really weird, and people were saying they couldn't see the screen, and it was too noisy. It was just too much to look at, so... But all the other chats I can see on Restream, like I think it should bot out to between like YouTube and Twitch and Mixer. So like somebody chats on Mixer and you're on YouTube, I think it should like then the bot takes care of it and posts it in the other place, I think. So I'm chatting with my kid's mom, and my oldest is in college and is not, they've closed down all schools, and it's kind of like, what do you do now? I mean, she can't go back to the dorm. It's online classes for at least the rest of the semester. It's like, do you go back? What are you going to do? That seems to go a little higher up, so let's do, I like this piece. It would have been perfect for that end piece, but oh, but it doesn't have a bar on it. Oh, look at that. What colors do those come in? They come in dark blue. Kittenville Brick, hi. How's it going on YouTube? Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. We're working on the Umbaran hover tank. And drinking some beers. And lamenting the end of many things tonight. I'm texting with my kids' moms about them not going back to school for this semester. And the college age one, it's like, do you go back after that? And it's kind of like, yeah, do you? I don't know what's going on. But who knows? What's up, Ike? We have an Ike sighting. I'm gonna get some waves going here. All right, that doesn't look too bad, except these things flare up on the bottom, which means the whole thing is gonna tip forward a little bit. But I'm kind of okay with it. So let's work on this middle thing. Now we gotta join these two bits together. James is watching now. Yee. Hi, James. I hope you're doing okay, man. This is a weird time to be alive and all. Need something round to go in there. Is James quarantined with you, Paula? Or is he still cool to go back and forth? Quarantined with you, all right. Well, I wish we weren't quarantined without you guys, because it'd be fun to see you guys. Mod brick. So, Kittenville, how have you been holding up? What have you been doing to occupy your time in the new age of mankind, of personkind? Oh yeah, yeah. We're the only people we really can hang out with are our neighbors because we've been consistently hanging out with them, like over at each other's houses, like twice a week for the past, well, at least once a week for the past year, and at least a couple times a week for the past couple weeks. So luckily, you know, they're part of our microorganism group at this point. I know there's a piece. Maybe it's too big. But like we went over to the ladies to see everybody. Yeah, that's too big. And we basically sat in the backyard. They opened the gate for us, and then we went and sat, brought our own chairs, brought our own beers. We sat in the backyard, probably about 10, 15 feet away from them, and just hung out and chatted, and then left after a couple hours. But I think that's going to be the new, like, Wednesday night thing, you know, go over and hang out with them. I don't think I don't think I like that. Oh well, we'll come back to that. Let's connect these two. We've only been going a half hour. I'm nearly done with this. It takes a lot to get that minifigure built, I'll tell you what. Spend a lot of time chatting too. Plus, that's not too big for, I mean, that's a good size. It's only 40 parts so far. I'm going to put a bar in there or what? Because these are all circular, and then there's going to be that globe in the middle. I think that's too big. So what I might do is do 2x2 boat bottom. Please come in clear. And then I can just stick a bracket. Not a bracelet, a bracket. So it kind of looks like that front. So it is a virtual build then. Yes, Ike. So this is what I like to do. I don't know how much you know about this, but this is just a CAD program that has a lot of parts in it, and what you can do is then build a virtual model. That's pretty good. He's sitting too high at that point. And then once it's saved, I'll show you, since I haven't saved it yet, Umbaran hover tank. So now that it's saved, put the sign in here. All right. So now it's saved. Let's say it's complete. You can go over here and say add to wanted list, and it will open up. And I hate this. It'll open it up in Safari. And then I'll say Microfighter. And then verify items, and there's a bunch of, you just say yes, yes, yes. And on the bottom, say add to wanted list. Now, now I'm on a site where I can now buy all these parts. So what I can do is I can say buy all, and it'll show me all the shops that have all those parts. Now, not everybody's going to have all of them. Like, there's 43 different parts, and I can buy most of them from this store. But I don't want to, because the minimum buy for that store is $50. I'm not going to minimum buy anything from there. minimum buy here is $1, so I'll probably buy a lot of them here, and then I'll just have to go through and get the other parts from other places. I can also go through my parts list. If you look at your model, you can also look at the wanted list over here now. And what I'll do is say, all right, I've got this part, this part, this part, this part, this part. So I'll check off and remove all the parts that I have. And then I'll go through the shop and just buy what I don't. And then I end up building stuff like this. So this was one that I designed, and this is one of 100, almost 200 that I've designed in the software. Then I go through and say what parts I have, and then I just buy the rest, and it's just a continuous process. So that's what this is. That's what the fun is going on right now. Keeps me off the streets, as they say. Bigger these. These are entirely too big. How you been, man? I haven't talked to you in a while. This might be fun to work with. If I can get them to work. I'm trying to think of something that's a good size for inside here. I think these might be too big. This might work. What keeps them from providing for others based off your efforts, them profiting from your efforts without due respect? So the wanted list that you upload, only you can see. They don't have a way to share the wanted list. There is a site that I use, and I'll show you real quick, called Rebrickable, which is basically a site where you can take a model that Lego built. The idea basically was you take a model that Lego built and you build something else out of it, and then you show off your build on this site, and you say, hey, look what else you can build with the pieces from this one set. So that's what Rebrick in the Rebrickable site comes from. If I can remember to log in. So what other people have done, myself included, is they've come up with brand new models and put them on this site. And then you can also provide the instructions for how to build it. It's like it comes with these parts, and it comes with a set of instructions that the software also can render for you, and I'll show you that in a second. And you can offer them for free, and you can just immediately download them, or you can offer them for a premium. So they have to pay to be able to download it. So all of mine, and I only have about 70 or so up here, but I've got quite a bit. So these are all mine, and as you can see, some of them say premium because it costs $1 to get the instructions. Like you can't, if you can look at it and build it, I mean, go for it. I'm not going to say anything about that. But this is kind of a way to say, hey, look, I really like this model that you built. I'm going to actually buy the instructions and support you in your continuing endeavor. So most of them are Microfighters. I do have this one actual Air Force drone that I designed for somebody, and so you can get the instructions for this. And the instructions for this are $6. And I built this and I have it in my room. So, and I've started doing a lot of these, and at first I just put them all up for free. Like there are 80 to 120 pieces. I'm not going to charge anybody to do this. But then I was like, you know what? For like $1, that's not going to be too much, right? People pay $1. And I've sold a few, not a lot, but a few. So it's kind of fun. So not all of them. I'm slowly going through and redoing the instructions parts, because you can go through and do, if you make each brick a step along the way, you can then go back and make instructions for it. The render queue will resume after the instruction mode. I don't want to render anything. So you have to go through and do step by step, like this piece, then this piece, then this piece, and you can do the steps over on the side here. And a set like this takes a couple hours to do the instructions. A set that's 600,000 pieces could take a couple weeks to do the instructions. This is a cool model that applies to more than Lego. Yeah, I mean this is gig economy kind of stuff. It's like I do a thing, and if you like that thing, please help me support that thing by pay, a couple bucks here and there. I can't really tell. I think that's all right. Just have to figure out how to get those attached. Brackets, all the brackets. Yeah, I mean, if it's like, I sell, in the last couple months, I've sold like 13 models or 13 instructions, and the site host takes a percentage, so I get like 60 cents for every dollar, 65 to 68 cents depending. And then you sell enough of them, and then I can take that and buy parts for more things to build. That way, I'm not really spending any money on perpetuating the model economy. So, and the more I build, the better it looks to have like actual, because this is okay to look at, right? This is fine to kind of watch for a little while, but people like seeing stuff get built. So having like the webcam on and having stuff get built, I think is a lot more entertaining for people than just me sitting here with a computer and going, hey, look at this. So having a way to then kind of turn it back and get something out of it that actually perpetuates the channel a little bit is kind of the whole point, Mm-hmm. So I'm going to pull these a little bit apart so I can kind of see what I'm doing with them. I mean, this is basically art commission kind of work. It's like I do all this stuff because I like doing it. But then the idea then too is if somebody sees it and likes it, which happened once with that drone plane. Somebody was like, they saw me working on the Capitol and they're like, can you do this as like a commission for something? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And they're like, my spouse flies this plane for the Air Force. Could you make that plane out of Lego? And I'm like, yes. I'm like, and can you make instructions so we can put it together and order the pieces? And I was like, all right, so you will end up ordering the pieces. I need the other brackets. But I will do all the design work. And then, so it's kind of weird because getting into this is like if I were to say, okay, I'll paint that picture for you, but you have to buy the canvas and the paints and the easel and the vodka, whatever else, ahead of time. So I can do this, right? If somebody wanted a commissioned Lego model, I'm like, okay, well, I'll design it, and then I'll make the instructions for it, but you have to buy all the parts. And the parts aren't cheap. So you end up saying, okay, well, if you make between a $500 and $1,000 model, that's like between $80 and $100, $120, depending on some of the parts. And then you're like, okay, well, now how do I justify then saying, well, this is how much it costs to design it and make the instructions, because you're already dropping $100 on this already. But it's like, well, if it takes a month to do, then that's, it's a custom, no one else has kind of model. Maybe that's worth $200 of your time or $500. You know, it's just kind of, it's interesting to think about because that's the new thing to think about. You kicked ass on the Capitol build. Thank you, man. Hey, so I feel like real people appreciate other real people who are willing to support the ability to learn from your efforts and will toss you a bit of your way. It adds up quickly. Yes, thank you very much. Do you do tours? Do you still do tours around the Capitol? My question then would be, are you doing tours of the Capitol Visitor Center? Because guess what? I don't know why I got so excited about that. What's up, Isaac? Temporarily on hiatus. Yeah, I should have said, were you doing that? Because I realize that everybody's kind of on temporary hiatus right now. But I will steer the tour that way. You know, they don't actually have, you don't have to take them in there, but you can always say, and you know, I've got this guy I know who built this thing, and when the tour is done, you should really stop by and check that out. Because the visitor center is a cool place anyway. 1x2 jumper. And the people there are very nice. You can go see, I forget her name, but she's like everybody's favorite information lady at the information desk. Like they did a whole, I forget who it was, like Longhorn Magazine or something did a bit on her. Oh, I should, no, that's not right. That needs to be a little bit more spread out. I say. God. Come on, man. Work with me. Let's see. I've mentioned you on tour before. When talking about KUT, I've mentioned your spot in the Lego noise. That comes up a lot. I'm surprised it's still running, honestly. I thought they would have cycled through that by now. But, yeah, it's cool. I know when it's playing because everybody, I get at least one person a week at work is like, I heard you on the news. Just do that. And not, you know, not the news, but I heard you on KUT this morning. Yes, you did. Of course you did. That didn't come with any of that. It's probably not the most stable of connections, but we're gonna see how that rolls. Yeah. All right, now how am I going to join this? This is the problem now. So now I got to be able to pull these two together. Go backwards. This is a great size right about here. And that's how big it's got to be to get. Uh-oh. What else is back here? Oh, neat stuff. I don't really know how to do that. More brackets. You know what? We're already doing this. I wonder if I can get away with doing. Give us more room here. Perhaps once. I do tell folks cool places to see later that year in the visitor center will be alluring to LEGO fans. Yes. LEGO fans. I think I may have painted myself into a corner with this one. I don't know how to join these two. How long do I have to fix it? Half hour? Might have to do a cheap pin holder of some kind. Because this would definitely work. But how would I get it to... Scott Bachtel, how's it going? Good to see you, man. I hope things in your neck of the woods is doing pretty good. Everything's kind of weird here, man. I do this to try not to think about stuff, you know, because it's just kind of weird. Sorry, I'm texting somebody right now. And I don't know what to say to them, honestly. I feel like I'm at a loss for just about everything right now. Beth and I were talking about something earlier, and I'm like, I don't have a response. I don't know what you want me to say or what you want me to tell you, but it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen in a week. I don't know what we're going to do in a month. The wedding's all weird. Hanging out with our friends is kind of gone. It's just, it's stupid. Let's see. 2 straight pin tubes. Somebody knows their stuff. So here's the thing. I was thinking of that. If I could find them. Technic. Not Hodler. The problem is, then I'd have to sit this little guy on top of it, and I don't know how. And I don't know what those are called either. Are they bushings? Are they considered bushings? And oh. Yeah, here's an idea. This is okay, this is not legal at all. And it may not even fit. Why will that one not fit? Oh, it's too high. Hmm. Yeah, there are things like that though. There are pin tube holders, but then they're round, and then I wouldn't know how to put the guy on top of it. Um, and if I just bracket these two up, so many brackets in this one, like so. There's not a whole lot to hold them together. But I mean, it fits. It's just not very stable. I can already tell you this is going to fall apart right in the middle. But what I can do is I can go from here and work backwards. And that's not even the right height or anything. It's a little high. Um, yeah. Oh, what if you invert that pie piece? This, or invert that piece. There's nothing on it that holds it on the other side. So like, this won't hold on to it. Like that won't work there. And this won't work because there's nothing that holds it here on that. I almost don't want to use these. This makes it nice and symmetrical having these guys in here. These two, but I'm wondering if they're causing me more problems than anything. Yeah, let's I'm gonna get rid of these for a little bit, which means these will have to go away as well. This isn't even that good of a connection right here. Bye, Ike. Take care. Thanks for coming by. Ike says hi, Bethany. Mm-hmm. And I really like the way that looked, but that's just not. I almost feel like I need to do like a. Here, let's do something here. Let's get rid of this. And get rid of these. I'll keep these. And what we're going to do is we're going to put an axle in here. Technic. Technic axle. Yeah, that's probably a good size. Alright, well, now at least that way, probably even go further in. Those, nope, they're not. It will not. And that's as far as it can go. Those brackets are in the way. Can't even really have an 8. That's fine. I will move this over. So we'll go in as far as possible. Why is this not? Oh. Okay. Now I can do a 2x2 plate pin. One of these. It's still maybe a little high. And that works stability-wise, but this thing would just roll over all over the place. So I have to figure out how to attach it. Oh, this is going to be a problem. Struggling. Let's move that. Maybe that's not the right piece. Whoa. What an axle holder. What is an axle holder? Maybe a lot of these Technic parts that I could probably use that this then won't have. Also, this has to be black. Won't have the right color. I won't have a color I can use. There's got to be a lot of axle holders though, and every time I say that, I think there is, but there's not. And it's not a good one I can use. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, duh. Don't know why I didn't think of that. That seems like a layup. Now, ideally, I'd be able to figure out how to get because that works pretty well. I might even be able to get these back on here. Hmm. God, if he could just sit right in the middle there, that'd be so great. But right now he's got to sit up top like this, which just looks funny. Why can't that work? Oh. Oh, nuts. It's always something. I want there to be a Technic piece that holds an axle but then has a plate like right on top of it. Or has the ability to have a plate right on top of it. I don't know how that would work, but that's something. Something like one of these things. I don't know how that would work. Same with this. I don't know how this would work. So you could stick a stud in one of these holes, but then you would have an inverted. You have to it'd be just a complicated piece of whatever. I don't even know what this piece is. Nope. Well, crud. I think I did paint myself in a corner by starting with the outside first. might have to play with this like in real life. Try to figure out something that'll work with that. I mean, I like a lot of what's going on here. It's got a, I like the, you know, that's a good size. We're kind of low on part count, but I mean, that's all right. I could beef it up by putting some of these guys in here on the inside. Even that color. They're on the outside too. And push these guys out by like another plate under there. And there's things I can do. Let's not go crazy with it yet though. Let's see. What other ways can we connect this guy in the middle here? So this guy doesn't have to sit right in the middle, I suppose. He could... There was maybe a way, maybe not have... Get rid of these guys. Had another way to hold an axle like I want to print a part that's got like an axle that then goes down. Hang on a second. I thought there was a part that did that. Not a pin, but an axle. I may be just hoping that something will pop across and say like, yeah, that's it exactly. Oh, nope. Music finally lost me. That's an idea. What color can this be? What color does it have to be? I'm not sad about that. And then 2x2 modified plate. That were just a little longer. But again, he's sitting way up top. And then there's no way to like put anything else around it. Alright, maybe not. Oh, like this. But these pins won't go in the axle holes, will they? They will not. Okay. Now without stressing them and breaking them and whatever else. Are these actual... See, this is what I was thinking. Oh, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on? That's perfect. So here's my thinking. I'm going to get rid of this, and then how to attach that. Because that's just a... That's just a Technic pin right there. Have to go in at least a little bit. Enough to grab it. I want you. Did I not get a hold of it all? Ugh. I did not. I did not. That can go away. Get out of the way. Well, not that far in, but at least a little farther. Alright, that's about as far as it goes, I guess. And I know you can do a 2x2 round tile with a hole in it. You should be able to do dark gray. Dark gray. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh, that couldn't have gone better. This is cool, but I couldn't make it work. It's the right distance. This might swivel a little bit, but I think the friction pins in there will hold it in place. It'll be interesting to play with and see. And then we can put some on the bottom here. Actually, we can put a big thing on the bottom there. And it's almost 7 o'clock, so I'm about ready to wrap this up, which means in about 2 minutes, I'm going to get a bunch of people showing up. Saying, hey, I'm here. Nah. Never going to find that one again, am I? Oh, there it is. Looks like it's got a little bitty thing. I don't know how to describe that. Nope. Hmm. There's no transparent colors in these? Really? Well, the whole reason to get you is to put you in that middle bit, but how come you aren't doing that? Come in dark? No, it does not. All right, it is almost 7 o'clock and I got to wrap up, but I think we're about done. So for those who have stuck with me on this, I appreciate you hanging out tonight. I realize that you could have any number of sources to watch and entertain yourself, so I'm glad that you stuck it out here tonight. For those who are watching. So I'm not like super happy with it, but I think it worked out well. I wanted to get more of a thing in here, this area built out a little bit, but I think given the size, and I think I might go back and save it before anything happens. I might go back and try to fill these little cavities in with something. The problem is it's like alternating brackets, so it's kind of hard to actually put anything in there that's not offset a little bit, but we'll see. Just had an idea. Let's see if this works. Real quick. These are probably too big. Yeah, too big. All right. So that's probably something I'll do tomorrow during the day or after work or something like that. But yeah, there's your Umbaran hover tank. Got it done in one sitting, which is kind of rare. We've done that the last 3 times, so we're kind of on a roll getting this done. Take care of yourself. Wash your hands. Stay 6 feet away from people you don't know. Keep a lifeline with other people. If you've got people that you can hang out with, do it. Do some virtual calling, do some Skyping and some FaceTime and some Zoom and some Google Hangouts. Just, got to stay with people. Got to stay in contact. It's going to be rough. If you can, do some support for local business. Buy some virtual gift cards or some. Go by the store and get some gift cards if you can, and then hang on to them and spend them later. But show some support for local businesses. They're going to be hit really hard. Be patient with everybody. I feel like I heard this today that the best, the best way to describe what may be happening is hibernation. Like everything's just going to stop. And that means we have to kind of put everything on hold, and it's easier said than done. And we got to keep an eye on the people who are less fortunate, who need help, and make sure they can get through this hibernation, and see everybody on the other side. So, with that said, I'll be back Sunday. I'm going to order some. What plate? It can't be that color. Okay, that's fine. I will probably be ordering some parts for builds within the next, I told myself I wasn't going to for Lent, but you know what? We're now in apocalypse. We're now in a pandemic. So I think I'm going to get some Lego. I think I'm not going to hold back on, that kind of stuff. So I may be ordering another set, a small set, something to do on the channel, something to build. So you guys take care, take it easy, be good to each other.